I join you from another messy-haired, somewhat barefaced self today because I am going to be doing some more sorting. This is going to be kind of like part 2 of like sorting out so sold stuff. So I did like film me actually sorting it out. In case you guys want to see that, I'll leave a link to it down below because I love watching that kind of thing. But I have a feeling, I haven't edited it yet, I have a feeling it's going to be quite long. So this is going to be, like I say, kind of like a part 2 of like finishing, sorting it out, listing all the stuff on Vinted, going through and doing all of that sort of thing. So I figured this could be kind of like partly nesting, decluttering shebang and partly like a tips kind of video on like selling on Vinted, because a few of you guys actually over on Instagram have asked me to do like a video on kind of how I sell things on Vinted and kind of tips and tricks kind of thing. So I thought that would be quite helpful, especially given the current climate and how people are obviously struggling a lot financially at the moment. Obviously it can help you in terms of saving money buying stuff, or it can help you by making money selling stuff. So yeah, I will add that in probably like at the end, but I'm going to share with you first obviously all the stuff. I'm going to change, no, I'm not going to change my battery. I thought I needed to, but I don't think I do. I'm going to take my battery with me. I'm also going to take my non-sleeping child on the freaking camera and my decaffeinated coffee into the bedroom. I'm going to be very careful where I point you because my husband is in here topless, so I don't think he would appreciate that being on the internet. But yeah, so anyways, I'm going to show you like all the stuff. I briefly showed you obviously in the last part of this, but I'll show you again now in case you didn't see. So this is my kind of organised chaos, literally the story of my life, like kind of system that I have worked on in terms of like decluttering so sold stuff. So I've tried to kind of pile it up in like ages. I think I've done this actually after the last bit of the video that you would have just seen. So I thought it would try and make my life a little bit easier when it comes to listing, so I can kind of either bundle things or keep like certain sizes in kind of order, if that makes sense. So yeah, some of this stuff is already on there, so I think I need to kind of have a little bit of a sort out of what's already on my Vinted, and kind of figure out whether I'm going to like bundle it with other things, or I don't really know what I'm going to do with it yet. But yeah, so there's quite a lot to sort through. This stuff actually, this little pile, is baby stuff. So I think probably would have been in my last video. I did like a little mini kind of Vinted haul at the end of it. And that is just the stuff from that I have washed. So that's all there. And yeah, I just need to take this hanger off actually. And figure my life out basically, but I'm going to probably do it all on the floor down here just because I've got a bit more space and there's probably a little bit better lighting. So let's get everything set up to do this. Okay, so I've got my kind of working area ready, which is this fluffy blanket. I always tend to take photos of like sofa stuff that I put on Vinted on here, just because I do sell some of my own stuff on there as well, and I don't use like a background for it, so it's just, I find it's just slightly easier to see. I don't know if that's just me, but I prefer to do it that way. So I've got that down. I've got my phone. This is just my old phone actually, but I use this to take like my Vinted photos and stuff, just because I don't want to clog up my normal phone. So yeah, I take all the photos on here to then upload on there. So that is ready. Obviously have my coffee. And then I just need to now get everything down and figure out exactly how I'm going to do it. So yeah, I've loosely organised things in terms of sizing and stuff. So I've got like newborn and 0 to 3, 3 to 6, 6 to 9, 9 to 12, and then part of the 12 to 18. Obviously some of the 12 to 18 she's still in now. Actually some of the 9 to 12 she's still in now, but it will probably be gone through again in another couple of weeks time, because I'm filming this on the 1st of September. So when the weather obviously starts changing and stuff, there'll be more stuff that will probably appear on my Vinted, which I'll leave a link down below in case any of you guys want to have a little look. Yeah, I'm going to start sorting some bits out to list now. The only annoying thing is, when I was like sorting the stuff through the other day, I found some stuff that had stains on it, so I re-washed it, managed to actually get the stains out, which is amazing, but I didn't actually look at everything, but obviously I have just now, and I've noticed that some bits, some of these vests, I don't know if you'll be able to see, have like a stain, like on the neck just here, very minor, but obviously I will add that in the listing, because I'm very anal about what how I describe things. So yeah, I'll probably, I don't know, I might rewash these, but yeah, I'm going to start taking photos of things anyway, even if I don't end up listing it all today. Probably speak to you actually when I do list it, just so I can kind of share a bit more of what I do and how I'm going to go about things. I'm doing a voiceover to talk you through it because I think it will just make more sense. So basically what I do is, as you would have already seen, I take the photos all in one go, just because it's just the worst job in my opinion to just like get everything. So I take all the photos, I crop them, turn them around, make them all, you know, as I want them to be on the actual listing, just so they're ready to go, so that when I do have the time, so like now while Soph's asleep, I'm, you know, doing like a big upload. So in terms of what I actually do and things that I kind of make sure I do when I do kind of list things on Vinted, is I try and take clear pictures, as clear as possible in good lighting, because I personally feel like photos obviously sell the item, as well as obviously the description, but photos are the thing that people predominantly look at. They just want to kind of see for themselves what the thing looks like. So if you can get just as many photos as you can of, like, you know, different aspects of an item. I also like to be quite anal with the description, so if there's the tiniest like mark or anything like that, I'll pop it in the description, purely because I feel like, me as a buyer, I like reading the descriptions, and if someone has been anal enough to write the tiniest detail, it just to me screams like they're genuine, and you know, I don't know what it is, some kind of psychological thing, so I just try and do the same thing. So clear pictures, very to the point description. If there's any kind of damages or anything to it at all, even if it's just like wash wear or whatever, I pop that in the description. And as I said earlier, for my like description kind of thing, I have like a template that I just kind of copy and paste over, and then I just fill in the information. So that is like brand and size, the condition of it, and then any additional information that I feel may be necessary. And then I've also got like a little bit at the bottom that just says, you know, I've got other baby girl clothes up to, I think it's about 12 months on there, and then other like ladies clothes as well, in case people are looking through and think, oh, you know, I'll check out what this person's selling. So I do that. I fill out as much of the like categories as I can, so like the size, the colour, the, you know, whatever, I can't remember what the other options it gives you are when you list an item, but I try and fill out as much of those as I can. Sorry, I'm having a bit of an issue here with it being on holiday mode. I couldn't tell if it was or not, and people kept like favoriting things as I was uploading them, and I was like, because I try to, when I list things, I go in holiday mode to do it, and then I'll like take it off for like the last few items, because otherwise if people are following you, they will get a notification for every single item you upload, and I personally find that's really annoying for people like I follow. So I turn my thing on holiday mode while I'm uploading, and then once I am kind of near the end, got the like the last few items, I will turn that off just so they do get a notification, just show that I've uploaded. And then the last kind of few things, I guess, tips that I try and do is I try and allow for price reductions. If you feel like an item maybe is only worth like £1 or something like that, which a lot of items do sell for just £1 on Vinted, I'll at least put it for £1.50, so there is that scope to drop it down to £1 should it be there for any period of time, because if someone favorites an item, they will then get notified that the price has reduced. So I try and allow a little bit for, you know, things like that. I also always have my discount, like bundle discount thing switched on, just because I find that obviously if you're trying to sell quite a lot of things like baby clothes like I am, it's beneficial to have like bundle discounts switched on, and also look at the courier options. So I know there is like preferences to a lot of people in which couriers they actually use. I prefer to use Every, or you know, previously known as Hermes, because it's easy for me to get to for a start. Like the drop-off point's easier for me to get to, and like the process of doing it, obviously you have to have a printer to be able to use that service, but I personally prefer that to the likes of Royal Mail and things like that. I used to predominantly use Royal Mail, but then I found that the prices were just so high, and just the way that it worked out was a bit weird. So yeah, anyways, so I'm going to wrap this video up here. Please do let me know down below if you'd like a more in-depth kind of video on like buying and or selling on Vinted, because if you follow me on Instagram, then you will know that I'm a bit of a Vinted addict with buying and selling, and I love talking about it. I love getting people into it. So if I can give you any kind of tips and tricks along the way, then I will. Just let me know in a comment down below if you'd like to see that. Give this video a thumbs up if you did find it helpful, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.